This is Gross Models, and this is it. This is issue 120 of building the Batmobile from the classic 1966 TV series, brought to you from Fanhome, D'Agostini, DC, Warner, and all that sort of people. This is the final one. This is the last issue where we put it all together. We have Minerva, Zsa Zsa Gabor, as the villain in the final episode from March 14th, 1968. This is episode 120. I wonder if they knew it was going to be the final episode. Interesting. It's the one where Batman and Robin are under extreme pressure for the last time. Yes. Commissioner Gordon's spreading the friends, take him and Minerva to prison. So they win in the end. Okay, there we go. So this is what we got in the final issue. We got the final afterburner to assemble. So we're putting the afterburner piece together onto the bodywork. And then routing the wires through and then plugging everything together. We've got the two halves to assemble together, which is going to be challenging in the limited space that I have. But we'll get it done. We'll get that together. And then, obviously, they slip together. We've got to take these pieces off to put the screws back in to tighten the two halves together. But then, obviously, once we've got that done, we put them back on and we're done. And then we're finished with the final trunk prop and the bat phone. And that will be that, the final result. One completed Batmobile ready to go. Oh, I've got the hubcaps to put on as well. So, yeah, let's clear this out of the way. Let's get the parts built and see what we're ending up with. Okay, so we've got our pieces. We have an extra piece which isn't mentioned in the instructions, which is an extension piece for J, which is the afterburner light. So obviously we need that. That's the final prop piece, so I don't need that quite yet. We need an SM screw for that, so there's a few in there. Might need another one of those for something else in a minute. But for now, we don't need any of that. What I do need is the body itself, because we've got to take a little bit off of the afterburner, take the bulb out, and get it together. Unplug the LED. Is that on here, or is that still in the other bit? I think that's still on the body piece. So let me go and get that, and then we'll plug it together and see how it looks. Right, I have the LED there then. So I'm going to plug that into there, because we obviously need an extra bit of length to our cables. The afterburner ring goes around that. There is notches there. Doesn't feel like that goes either way around. Actually, it's not saying to do that. It's saying to put that in there. And then put the bulb in. Let's put the bulb in first. And that will give me something to line it up with. There we go. So that's in there. We've just got a cover over the top of that. If I can get that the right way round, that's the trick. Let's try it that way. There we go. Although it doesn't hold in there very well. Let's try that without the bulb in it. See if I can just push that in a bit further, maybe. There's that way round. Let's see. Yeah, it just needs to be pushed in a little bit more securely. There we go. Right, so then we can indeed fit that in there. Then this needs to fit to the rear end. Goes in snug that way round. That's going to go on the inside, so it doesn't really matter which way around that goes. I'm going to fit it so the notches are on the outside. No, that's not tight enough, so I'm going to fit it with the notches on the inside. So that's a good fit in there. We'll get the cable fed all the way through. And then that will go in there just like that. That does finish it off quite nicely. So there we go. Right, then comes the fun bit. I need to tidy the wires, get them all out to go to the right places, and then plug it all together. That's going to be something I can't do on camera because I haven't got enough room for half of the body up here, let alone the whole thing. So I shall get that connected up and then see about getting the screws in. But that means turning it upside down as well. And I can't turn it upside down because of all the spiky bits. I'm actually going to take that off of there and put that to one side because that's definitely going to get broken off. I'm a bit worried about the front bit as well, the other antenna. So I'm going to take that off of there as well and just have the spiky bit pushed in as far as it will go. I'll keep that aside there. So that's one less thing to worry about breaking off. There's still the top bits here, but I'll have to do what I can with all of those. So let me see about getting it connected together, getting all the wires plugged back in again and making sure everything works, and then see about getting the two halves combined. Okay, after much rattling, swearing and connecting, it's all gone together, and it's gone together very nicely. I'm happy with how all the screws have gone together. It's all holding together very well. There's one more piece to fit, which is the final piston in the boot, which goes into the tube that we've already installed, which is about there. So that needs to go into the tube like so, and then the other end of it will attach to a bit up there that you can't see, but there is definitely a connection there. So I'm once again going to remove that because it's going to stab me. I shall get that attached in there and then we'll be done. So I'll get that done and then we'll have a look at it finally and see how it all looks. Right, there we go. We are now completed except for some very minor things, but important things. We've got the hubcaps, which just fix onto the wheels. I know you can't see me do that, but it's on. I shall put all of those in place as well as dropping that one. But there we go. We have the final thing to install. We've got the Batmobile, which we just sit on the dashboard, or under the dashboard, just in place in its little thing that I can't reach now, but there we go. That is now in place. I think I will add a touch of glue to the bottom of that to hold that in place, just because it's never going to have to be moved anyway. But that now sits down in there. You can just about see it down there. And that's it, done. It works. Everything happens. We've got lights and things that come on the dashboard and everywhere else. I shall get some of those working, but look, the center one is that one. It flashes, it does things. We have some noises. I'll turn it up and we'll see if we can get the engine sound. That is the engine and indeed the afterburn. The afterburner light comes on as well. We have indicators which make the traditional clicking noise. Headlights, the radar light comes on, which you can probably just about see. Yeah, there you go, just about coming on down there. Let's turn that off, turn the indicators off. Headlights and everything else as well. Yeah, it is actually quite a nice thing. I wasn't sure that the electrics were going to work, but they do, and it makes me happy. The one thing that doesn't work on it is the steering. The steering wheel is not actually connected to the wheels anymore for whatever reason. I've always had trouble with steering in these kits, but I'm very happy with how that works. We've got the engine bay, which again is off camera. You can't see it, but it's in there. The engine's in there. The trunk opens for that. Oh, I haven't put the aerial back on there. Let's do that. The final thing. Our little aerial on the back there. So I shall get it polished up, get some shots of it around and out and about, but I'm happy with that. It's a finished build. Thank you very much for joining me on it. I shall say goodbye now, but I'll see you on the external shots with my exit music. So thank you very much for watching. Join me for other things at some point in the near future. Bye bye for now.